guys, and thank you for joining me at the Financial Spotlight. I'm Chantrell, and I'm here to give you financial tips and tricks that are going to help you on the road to know your money. So today I'm talking about something that I know is very controversial. I know that people are going to be like, that's not true. Why is she saying all of that? And I get it. I know. Everybody wants you to get an LLC. Everybody and their mama, get an LLC. Make sure you sign up for an LLC. And I'm definitely not here to tell you that it's not okay to sign up for an LLC, because if that is the entity that you want to have for your business, then by all means, go right ahead, get an LLC. But please know what you're getting into before you sign up for the LLC. So with the LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, you are responsible for certain things that people don't always look at when they're signing up for it. Now, I'm an accountant, and I'm talking from a tax perspective, okay? I'm not necessarily talking from the business side, because I know with the business side and with financial certain situations, people have benefits from having an LLC. One benefit is protecting your property. Say you are you own a house, you own a house, you own certain property or whatever have you, and say you're selling I don't know, something that people could possibly sue you for, whatever that is. Then, of course, you want to protect your property. You want to make sure that nobody comes after you and things of that nature. But honestly, if you don't have any property and you're not necessarily selling anything where somebody's going to come after you and sue you for it, then 9 times out of 10, you don't have to have an LLC. Now, I do know that in some situations, having an LLC helps you get funding, and they would prefer for you to be a registered company to get certain loans and things of that nature, as opposed to just being a sole proprietor. However, with being a sole proprietor, you still get an EIN. You can still apply for a DUNS number. You just have to see if they will give it to you, depending on like your address and all that. You can still write things off on your taxes. I heard something extra crazy the other day. Somebody said that if you don't have an LLC, you can't take write-offs on your taxes. What? Where they do that at? Because people that are independent contractors that don't even have an LLC, because an independent contractor is still considered being self-employed, they don't have an LLC and they're able to take tax write-offs. So why wouldn't you be able to take tax write-offs if you didn't have an LLC? So those type of things, I'm like, come on, don't tell people that. Don't tell people those things. But the flip side, and I'm talking about the tax side, and depending on what state you're in, and I should have had a list of all the states that require this, but one state I know for sure that requires you to pay this fee is California. California doesn't care whether you make $1 or $100,000. You are going to give them $800 per year for having an LLC in the state of California. So if you don't need an LLC and you're not really making any money right now, you're just starting out. Also, if you don't really have any property that someone could sue you for or take it and things of that nature, then I suggest that you just start out your business with definitely getting an EIN, definitely setting up all the things that you need to set up a bank account, the fictitious business name statement, depending on where you live, things of that nature, in order to establish yourself financially as a business, and also to be reputable with just your business name as opposed to your personal name. But by all means, give yourself time and see if maybe this business is not something that you want to run, or something that you are ready to pay $800 a year for. In addition to paying $800 a year, again, I'm talking about California. There's fees that you have to pay in order for a tax person to prepare your Form 568 to be submitted to the Franchise Tax Board. So not only are you going to be paying for your taxes to be prepared, but then you also, so your regular state and federal taxes, but you also have to pay for this extra form to fill out because you have an LLC. So those are additional fees that you'll be paying in addition to the $800 that you have to pay every year. And the other thing is, some actual companies or some types of companies are not allowed to have an LLC, and that there's something that you need to research a little bit deeper. I know for me, in the state of California, as an accountant, we're not supposed to have an LLC. We can form ourselves like as an S corporation and things of that nature, but an LLC is not what you're supposed to have. I think also the mental health in certain titles, those aren't supposed to have LLCs either. So I say all that to say, research and do your homework before you run out and get an LLC and pay one of the people to prepare your LLC paperwork and submit all of that. Research before you go do that. What I do suggest that you do is trademark your business name. If this is a business name that you're trying to keep forever, and you don't want anybody to take it, and you also don't want anybody to use it, and you're trying to build it up, I do suggest doing that. I don't know how to do it, but I suggest you do it. I do also suggest that you get an EIN. That's important to have. I also suggest that you get a business address as opposed to using your home address. I also, and it can be virtual, etc. And I also suggest that you get your finances, of course, in order so that you can be successful in your business. But I don't suggest you jumping into getting an LLC until you're ready, until you're prepared, until you've done all of the background work, until you've really researched to see if this is something that you need or that you want to get. So I hope this information has helped you. Make sure that you subscribe to the Financial Spotlight family by clicking the subscribe button. We definitely want to have you as a part of our family so that you can get tips and tricks like these every single week here on the channel. Have a great one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.